What's up, deckheads? Remember when Yooka-Laylee launched and everyone called it Banjo-Kazooie's awkward cousin who peaked in high school? Well, Playtonic has gone back to therapy, hit the gym, and dropped Yooka-Replaylee, the glow-up remake that proves that, unless you're my high school ex, second chances really can work. It's brighter, tighter, and cheekier than ever, with an orchestral soundtrack that slaps harder than Laylee's sarcasm. But how does it handle on our big, beautiful decks? Is the attempt to capture the banjo magic done right this time? Or is it just another nostalgia trip that ends like all my bedroom encounters, with disappointment turning into an overused battery? Let's find out. Replaylee retells the original adventure through a storybook framing device as Yooka and Laylee reminisce, which is dev speak for "we rewrote half the game and hope you didn't notice." The humour is still charmingly British, puns, innuendo, and self-awareness thicker than a rare dev's accent. You'll hoard pages, quills, and ghostwriters until your inner red-crested Breagle cries for more. It's cozy, colourful, and about as subtle as a trouser snake joke, and twice as satisfying. The controls? Finally competent. You start with the full moveset unlocked, so no paying that slippery little snake just to learn how to roll. Though, we all would do it just for the nostalgia alone. Platforming feels fluid, combos click, and every world teems with new puzzles and secrets. Rextro returns, now with proper bite-sized stages instead of his cursed N64 minigames. Think Captain Toad meets Wreck-It Ralph if you were trapped inside a CRT. It's all gloriously dumb fun, and I loved every moment of it. Let's talk numbers before someone asks how big my deck really is. On the OLED deck, it's locked at 45 frames per second in handheld. Not bad, though there are massive dips when loading into worlds. Battery life lands around 3.5 hours, which is a couple of sessions and a snack length, not international flight length. Call me crazy, but I was hoping for 60 frames per second, and I can't believe I'm the one saying this for once, but something that lasts a little longer. There's a deck-specific graphics toggle, bless you Playtonic, and it keeps visuals crisp without turning everything into a hot mess. Long loading screens drop all the momentum the gameplay builds up, lingering long enough for a down-the-rabbit-hole Reddit scroll. And once, my camera turned solid purple, like that Willy Wonka fever dream I had when I was 7, but this time we didn't play hide the pickle. Quitting to main menu fixed it though, so childhood trauma averted. Tonics return, and this time they're jacked. You've got 35 gameplay modifiers and 104 cosmetics, meaning you can turn Yooka into anything from a neon nightmare to a sensible adventurer with commitment issues. Want longer jumps? Faster slides? Or a filter that makes the whole game look like a VHS tape found behind Blockbuster? Done. Tonics lets you tweak the challenge without judgment, like choosing between black coffee or a triple caramel latte. No, who am I kidding? That is still getting plenty of judgment. The new Quids currency keeps experimentation flowing. Earn 'em, spend 'em, ignore responsibility. Collectathon veterans, your time has come. There are 300 pages, 750 quills, 40 puzzle pieces, 5 molecules, 5 Rextro tokens, and a handful of pirate treasures. The difference this time? Secrets feel earned instead of accidentally headbutted. The new notebook map tracks everything, and fast travel with Mark the Bookmark makes backtracking painless. Completionists will be giddy. Minimalists will likely curl up into the fetal position and rock back and forth in a futile attempt to console themselves. The final boss door demands 125 pages, basically saying, we know you've been having fun, now prove it. And honestly, that's the kind of toxic engagement I can respect. Rextro's back, and he's the star of his own isometric platforming side game. The old minigames? Extinct. Instead, you get compact puzzle arenas that play like Captain Toad after an energy drink. They're short, clever, and ideal deck snacks. 10 minutes of light puzzling between big worlds, a palate cleanser before your next quill binge. Finishing them nets you pages, and more importantly, that warm feeling you know as smugness. More devs should give their mascots side hustles like this. Rextro deserves it. Every texture has been remade, every light source tweaked, and it all pops on the OLED like a Saturday morning sugar rush. And the soundtrack? Orchestrated perfection. David Wise and Grant Kirkhope still know how to make a flute bring joy, and also when using it to make music too. It's nostalgia bait done right. Warm, bouncy, and slightly unhinged. Yooka-Replaylee finally nails what the original wanted to be. A modern rare-style platformer that feels like it belongs. The jokes land, the movement sings, and the worlds feel alive again. Performance isn't ideal, 45 frames per second in handheld, 3.5 hours of battery, but it's consistent, colourful, and weirdly soothing. If you're nostalgic for Banjo but want something new to 100%, this is it. Playtonic didn't just polish that dirty old gem, they bedazzled it, waxed it, and took it out for a night on the town until it felt pretty. It might be our second lay, but it finally hits all the right spots. So, that's Yooka-Replaylee on the Steam Deck. Proof that sometimes replays really are better than foreplay. If you enjoyed the review, tap like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss me playing with my deck in public again. See you next time, techheads.
Rah.